I'm going to do a quick garden video. First is rhubarb is starting to sprout. It's early March and probably about the 6th or so, maybe the 7th. So 2 of the rhubarb are getting pretty nice sized leaves. There was a plant here, but I think it's dead. And then this one is smaller leaved. So there's rhubarb already. I'm going to show you. This is some herb patches. Needs a little bit of weeding. This is our square foot garden. This is supposed to be a strawberry bed, and we got some strawberries alive in it. Don't know how many or how good, but we'll probably plant some more strawberries in here. All the strawberries were along the edge where the weeds are tall. That pile of dirt is where we want more strawberries. These are like square foot gardening beds with paths, and they're supposed to be 4x4, but I think these two were 3x4. That's a 4x4 bed. This one's a raised bed right here with wood. We planted red onions here a couple days ago. I made a video about it. There's garlic growing there. That needs to be weeded. This one we pulled the grass off of. This one I planted and made a video about it. Over here we've got what we're calling washerboard gardening. The water's supposed to come out of the gutter, land in this, and then soak into the ground. They're like a foot taller than the pathways, which are basically designed to flood. Here, as we start to build the next washerboard, we're digging a trench and filling it with compost and manure and such. So there's some compost about to get buried next time we're out here. This is just old mess. That spot was corn. Here's our goat shed. We're in talks with somebody to get some goats. That spot over there, somebody gave us a whole bunch of cardboard bins. So that's going to kill the weeds pretty nicely in that spot. Not sure if we're going to leave them there and do like mulch gardening over top of it. This is a weedy mess that I need to clean up. This is a grape arbor. I think it's hard to see the grapevines so in here, but on this rack there were some grapes in the past. This spot right here we had planted some artichokes. You should really dig them up soon. Looks like mice have gotten to them, so maybe they're going to be gone. This we did potatoes last year in this patch, so we'll probably do something different this year. I want to do it washerboard. I ran the rows like not on the contour, and so I think it would have been much more productive if I'd ran the rows on the contour. And this is the red raspberries that I pruned. This is another bed that just needs to be weeded and planted. This is the red raspberry patch that I didn't prune yet, so it's still a big mess. This is another patch of weeds. I've got lots of weeds. This is another patch of weeds. And this patch of weeds is actually my yellow raspberry patch. This is a yellow raspberry plant. And these are weeds. That's a yellow raspberry plant. Not very much life in them yet. This is a yellow raspberry plant. This is black raspberry. We love black raspberries here. This variety is Newote, I believe. It gives a fall crop and a spring crop. They're really big berries, so I'm very happy with them. This is a stump I cut down a tree and it was a huge tree before, but now it's just stump sprouts. And that was a sycamore. This is a apricot tree. This is another apricot tree. This is garlic planted, growing pretty nicely. Those are about 8 inches tall, some of them. Most of them are probably 6 inches tall. But it looks like we're going to have a good garlic crop. These are peach trees. I really need to be out here pruning. So expect a video on pruning peaches in the next week or two. That's more weeds. Are you starting to get a feel of how I feel? I've got so many weeds to deal with. This is my blackberry patch. This part I weeded last year, so it's doing pretty well. This is a compost pile that isn't very pretty, but it's here, and I'll be using some of that compost to fill up our beds in the washerboard garden. This is another blackberry section. This is a section that was really good growing beds, but kind of got overtaken by weeds. That's just weeds over at that edge of the garden. And then back there is a blackberry patch that I never got weeded last year, so it's hard to even get to it. And if you go on the other side of that fence, which I put like a board up at 10 feet tall in a 6-foot fence there. So on the other side of that fence is our goat pasture. We may be getting goats. Tell me in the comments if you want to see videos about goat production. And that's basically the tour of the garden. So please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Goodbye.